comments like that.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing, and welcome to what is going to be a fun video ahead. Behind me we have my Porsche GT3 RS, and we're heading out of London today, so that's all going to make sense very shortly. In my last video, what I spoke to you guys about was, should I sell my Porsche GT3 RS? And the comments were very clear that you don't want this car to go. So I've got some good news for you as well on that front. It was just me talking to you and just seeing what you wanted basically, and there's a massive following for this car in terms of track content and everything, and it's heavily loved, which is amazing to see. You guys love this car, and for now, so to speak, it's not going anywhere. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and pick up a man, Mr. TGE, where he is going to be filming something about his 488 Pista, getting a new exhaust, etc. And we're going to enjoy this for the day. As the weather, before it gets terrible, I just want to use it. That's the thing. We had the discussion of, well, should we take something more of a daily? And I was like, no, we're going to take this today, because it's just going to get worse and worse and worse, and I'm not going to get a chance to use it, and it's probably going to be stored away. And these times when you just need to, on a weekend, use it. Use it, use it, use it. So it's about a 35-minute drive. I couldn't think of anything better. So let's jump in, head on our way, and enjoy the day. Okay, welcome to the channel. We're in the GT3 RS. We are. Cruising along. We're actually cruising along for a very cool day. For you. Yeah. More on your channel, everything else.
Can I tell them?
If you really want, yeah.
My Pista's getting a new exhaust, everyone.
Yes.
One of the first in the country.
Oh, we're going to say the same thing at the same time. Yeah. That is going to sound good, or will it sound good?
Who knows? It's YouTube. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you want to get the, the exhaust out on a thumbnail.
No, the first video of me going.
Oh, unboxing first. Yeah,
I learned from Shmi.
Well, you learned from me.
I learned from you all.
What we're going to do, we're going to have a chat just more about our supercars. Yep. And how we kind of get supercars and everything else, because one video I made recently, which is my last one, was me talking about potentially selling this. Not that I am selling it, but the potential that I'm going to.
You fancied a video. You needed to get one out.
Don't say that. Okay. A lot of people that don't want this to go. There's more people that love this car than you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's a very popular car, actually.
For people wondering if it's going in the next few months, it's not just hold fire. Don't panic, basically. The big questions and comments which came up, because it's actually been, I picked this car up in March. Yeah. It's actually been not that long, so people are like, what's going on here? Does he rent them? Because the 6 months is up.
I get comments like that when I go to sell a car. People are like, oh, you handing it back to Redline.
This is the thing. So I thought you'd be the perfect man for us to address this to, because you've flipped cars before in for months, but you've also kept cars.
Flipped? How dare
you talk about the GT4 like that, and the M4 DTM.
I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Don't know what you're talking about. So basically, we're going to address this issue on how we do it, how we finance them, how we pay for them, and basically how we've got them.
And are we really renting them from
And
Redline?
if we're really renting these cars from Redline. Also, Dean's left Redline.
Oh, by the time this video goes out, he would be gone.
Dean is leaving Redline Specialist Cars.
He's no longer Dean Redline, he'll be Dean Bartle.
He'll be Dean Bartle. And the honest answer is no.
Be no more expensive way. I mean, we look stupid, but we're not actually that stupid. There's no more expensive way of getting a supercar than renting it.
Or leasing it, really.
That would be absolutely mental. It'd be 4 or 5 grand a month, and you would literally be throwing that money down the drain. If you finance them, you've got some residual money still in the car, unless you do interest only. But
because before making this video, I did a little bit of research, and that's rare for me. But
did you?
Yeah.
You actually?
To rent a GT3 RS, which you can, there are a few companies which you can do it, or let's say to rent a Hurricane, it's £1,000 a day. £1,000 a day to rent it. And you are only allowed to do 100 miles in the day.
Wow.
My finance on this car is £1,600 a month.
And some of that is repaying the debt.
Correct.
Not that unobtainable, really.
So when people say, oh, the lease is up, the deal with Redline has literally been, they source us the best cars and they get us in the cars at a good price, and then we get out at a good price. That's literally it.
Yeah, we get it in at sort of between, I would say, and this is in total fairness, I mean, Red Eye, they're a very shrewd business. They understand the power of social media and the power of good recommendations. But we get in probably slightly below retail money, but still above trade. So they still make a margin in there, and they source us the right car, and then we get out at just under retail, and they still take a drink out of that. But it's something slightly more preferential than probably an ordinary Joe Bloggs would get. But it's by no means any way that they're losing money on this, and they're paying us to get in these cars. We are still paying through the nose. We still get depreciation. We still get the running costs. We still get everything. And when we sell them, it's up to us. We're quite careful on the mileage, but that's because they're valuable assets. The more miles you put on them, the more that they depreciate, and you know, we're just being sensible.
Yeah, and that's exactly.
It's nothing to do with, oh, you can't put miles on them because you're renting them, whatever. It's none of that. It's just we're sensible.
Potentially, well, we actually are. We're not against leasing cars, like an actual lease. Like a lease is fine, but you couldn't really do it with supercars, and that would. And the thing is, I also get it with, let's say, my A35, or it's a press car because it doesn't have your personalised plate on it. Well, if it was a press car, I think Mercedes-Benz, if I was saying it wasn't, would be fairly annoyed.
That'd be taken straight back.
They would take it straight back.
It'd be in their lot already.
It wouldn't happen.
That'd be a very nice press car, actually.
Going on from it'd be very nice. I might actually ask them for a press car.
I might do. We're coming off here, aren't you?
Right, yeah.
Take that out.
No, that's out. We've just had to cut a big part of that out.
Thank you.
What was I going to say?
We're going right here.
So yeah, so that's not the case. But moving on from more exciting news, me and Tom have gone actually got 2 new cars pretty much coming.
Yeah.
And they're going to be the same sort of thing. And they're going to be the same sort of thing.
And they are leased. So I covered in this one of my last videos. Leasing does make sense in certain circumstances. More on the daily runabout type things, and more if you can get a special offer on a lease, and you want something just to smash around in. They are good news. You want something with a fixed cost, no stress, no hassle with it whatsoever. Leases are just great.
Leasing can work really well because at the end of the day, if you have like our cars which are coming, and JE I believe is getting one as well, and these are sick dailies. They're the best dailies in the world. They're not. Yeah, they are the best dailies in the world. But a lease works really well when you know the end damage. And in terms of like a daily, let's say you get your 5,000 miles a year or your 10,000 miles a year on that car, you go over, you know your sort of fixed damage. Then you also, down here, Tom, am I proceeding?
Yeah, you're taking the left here, boy.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
Many thanks.
And you know, after 2 years, you just give the car back. Unless you've done some stupid rap on it, which wouldn't happen.
You just put it back to standard.
You put it back to standard.
That's what I was arguing. It's a fixed cost. You know, at the end of the day, I know I'm going to need a kind of a daily sort of wafter about. Well, I've got the electric car. I know I need just an errand car for the next few years. I know as soon as signing that paperwork, in 2 years' time, what that car's going to cost me.
Yeah.
Unless I go over my miles, which I don't. I live in London. I do like 4 miles a week. You know what it's going to cost you. There's no anxiety involved. It's just a nice fixed cost. It's good. It's good goods.
And that is where leasing actually works. So we're not against leasing. No. We're actually all for it. Because
I've always had a leased car. One car has always been leased, and it's always been a hatchback. But that's about to change. Or is it?
No, it's not about to change about lease, but it's not going to do
the hatchback thing, Archie.
Oh.
Is that about to change? Is it? I don't know.
I actually don't know at this point, but I do know what we've leased. And we will obviously go into all the costs and everything when our leased cars arrives. And I'm the first person, if something's leased, I say it's leased. If I get a press car, I say it's a press car. Yep. If I get anything like that, then I'm
not always honest about that.
No, you're not.
But if it's got my plate on it, general rule is that it's mine. You can't put your own plate on a press car.
Is a leased car yours?
No, the leased car's not. The V5, although not proof of ownership, the leased car is not technically in your ownership. You are genuine. Like you'd lease anything, like you'd lease a flat, you're renting it. It's not yours.
So in terms of finance, you can, well, we know, you can modify it to a degree.
Yeah,
but it's still effectively the bank's car.
No, it depends on it, but I often just think of it like a mortgage. So when you mortgage a house, the house is yours, you just owe a lot of money. And if you don't pay that money, then it becomes the bank's. So the bank doesn't have any recourse over that asset unless you stop paying the money.
Yeah.
But as long as you're paying it back, then it's yours and full legal title is yours. But as soon as you fall into arrears, then your asset's at risk, and it does become their property.
And they can just
they can hoik it.
And if you do something horrendously stupid to a finance car, effectively they can take it back. If they think the value's now gone down, if you suddenly put
done that to an event arrest, aren't they?
They didn't take it back.
And the lender had did not take issue with that whatsoever. But if you do stupid things, like if it kind of, they have trackers in them, so they go off grid, or like something happens and they panic and they try and recover the car.
Yeah,
that can happen. But by and large, my lender JBR, they're relatively chilled. Some lenders don't allow track days.
I know. I do know this. I had to get permission because it is a tricky one. Track days. You definitely couldn't take a leased car on a track day. That is for sure.
Or on a runway to like shave your head.
Yeah, well that's.
I had to find another Golf that looked exactly like mine to do that head shape video. Did you know that?
Yes, I knew.
And I still taped up the plates.
Yes.
All worked rather well then, didn't it?
Yeah, you did well with that. Basically, what we wanted to address.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things where we do get asked.
Straight on, please, boy.
No worries. We do get asked these questions a lot, and we just want to be honest in terms of on YouTube and things like that.
For once.
Yeah. And there we go. What should I do with this car then? I'm actually not going to talk about it anymore. I'm just going to not talk about it.
I really like 600 LTs. I know you're obviously all amazed by me saying that, but I think they're great. For the money, I just, like the 600 LT and this is the same money. But you put one next to the other, as much as I absolutely adore Porsche, I'd be tempted by the LT.
I mean, it will break down.
But in my mind, I've got an image of the door not opening and it on fire, and you inside.
And you
that's
smash
what's
it,
getting me through. No, not me smashing the window, me leaving you and filming you.
And then calling Tony to say that she's stuck in there and it's on fire. That's
We go right here.
Right, we will leave that there. We'll go put your piston exhaust on, and we'll enjoy this GT3 RS. Do you like the tyre writing, by the way?
No.
Oh. Right, we've just arrived at the location where we're going to fit Tom's piston exhaust. More on that will be on his channel. And look who I found, Mr. J.E.'s here. Here we go. How are we, James?
I'm well, I'm alive and...
You're alive and kicking?
Kicking?
Yeah, you're alive and
you
kicking.
like that? You got it?
You're alive and kicking. You come down in your Golf GTI?
Yeah, I've come down to the Golf GTI. It's my Archie daily, okay?
It's your daily, it's your daily.
It's my daily car, Archie, leave me alone.
James, this is the first time we'll have your opinion on the tyre writing. Go.
Do you know what? I don't normally like tyre writing. However, not just because you're a friend of mine, I do actually think it looks...
Oh, we're friends?
Yeah, friends. Well, let's up, fam. Yeah, yeah, I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. It's you though, isn't it? If Tom did it, I wouldn't like it. It's you.
It's me. I like to do things bold. Just in there, Tom's 488 Pista is getting a new exhaust, and this man's quite excited.
It's called Wheels Approved, Archie. It's in Byfleet. They do some very good work. They do very good carbon work, Archie.
Okay.
And also they refurb and then do paint work. Very, very good.
Okay.
They do Koenigsegg stuff here.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Archie.
He's so defensive.
But
I'm just like putting them in.
we've actually just been driving. So, really? Driving in this for like roughly half an hour, and it was nice. It's nice to finally take it out again after a couple of weeks being undercover.
Driving down the A3.
Proper driving, yeah, proper driving down the A3, because the weather in the next couple of weeks, this is going to have a cover on it and it's going to go into storage. That's what happens. Store it away. Winter.
Because like there's still dry days in winter.
Yeah, there's lots of it.
Yeah.
Archie, I don't know if I'm in the minority here, but I quite enjoy a crisp winter's day.
A crisp winter's day.
Sunny, crisp
And the
winter.
turn of the autumn, and the engine tone, and the distillation of the pure mechanics.
Autumnal vibe.
James, can we see the distillation of your GTI?
Distillation of my there's a very nice crisp autumnal feel at it.
Okay, everyone, this is James's Golf GTI. We do like this.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
Ruben Black, Archie.
sorry.
It's called Ruben Black. It's like an aubergine colour.
It's actually very nice. So this is his daily driver. This is actually going to be leaving Mr. J.E.'s garage.
Yeah.
But I think that is a cool bit of kit. And this car has been costing you how much a month? We've been talking about
£50
100,
sterling, UK.
150
GBP.
GVP. That was £150 on a lease.
Yep.
What he's been getting, which is very good value for money. And I know a lot of you guys will be Golf GTI lovers. And he's had this for 2 years. And it is awesome, absolutely awesome. I think the colour's insane as well. How many miles have you done in it, James?
10,627.
Very cool. That's actually good. 2 years, £150 a month, and you get that.
Free car.
That is so cool. And you have one as well.
Yeah, mine went back the other day. He's just late giving it back.
What are you replacing it with, James?
I can't tell you now because it's another video.
Come on, tell us.
I can't.
Because we've already said you're getting the same as us.
You're making me anxious now.
You're not going to get it. You're not going to tell us.
No, I'm going to get something new, Archie, soon, okay?
Something a lot bigger.
Better. Bigger and better. Different.
Mate, that actually suits you. Do you want to buy it?
I actually do quite want one.
You actually probably, I think I could see you buying a GT3 RS, to be honest. Yes.
I've already had one.
I know. Why? No digs. Not needed.
It's not a dig, it's just factual.
James?
Not involved.
You can get a picture now. Pose.
Yeah, here we go. Hold on.
Here we go. Huawei's out, lads. Huawei's out.
Why wait when you got the
Huawei's out. Okay, and James is ready for the picture. And
hold on, we pretend to walk in 3.
No, we'll do this one first.
oh my.
Yeah, stay there. 3, 2, 1.
Yep. Approving.
We're going to end up cruising back to London in the GT3 RS. I know a lot of people were a little bit worried this car's going to be going soon. Don't panic. I basically wanted to hear what your guys' suggestions were on if you wanted it to stay, where you wanted it to go, because I just haven't been using it as much. But for now, it's not going anywhere anytime soon, as they're doing pictures sitting on the car. So yeah, don't worry too much. There will obviously be a car which me and Tom have spoken about in terms of a lease. So a leased car will be arriving to my garage very, very shortly. That's exciting. Funnily enough, the same cars. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of stuff coming up, like the RS6 and you name it. And then what will happen with my Porsche GT3 RS, it's unlikely there's going to be another track day which I'll be doing in it this year. That is for sure. That's not going to be happening because just the weather, etc. I'm still going to be doing other stuff and just putting it in storage. I think it will go to a storage place actually over the winter, funnily enough. Also buzzing for the next couple of weeks. And honestly, one thing I'm super happy about is the content level on my channel has gone up a massive level in terms of the track days and everything else. There's going to be more simulator stuff. So everything's going to be going up a notch. I don't just want to make videos where I'm just like running around a car park. I really am passionate about making high quality videos, and the GT3 RS will include that because I saw the response on the last video. I saw that a lot of you guys were just like, please don't sell it just yet. So we're going to hold on for it for now, and I'm just going to work out the fun content and the mega stuff which I can do with it. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you're subscribed for future videos, and I'll see you all very soon. When I